This war of mine consists of a day-night cycle, where you build during the day and scavenge during the night. But what if I didn't? What if I restricted myself to only the resources in my house on day 1? Is it even possible to survive? Well, today, we will find out. So first, let's set up the rules. Number 1, no scavenging. This may seem straightforward, but whenever I reach the nighttime screen, I can only make my characters guard or sleep. Number 2, no scavenging events. If someone comes to the door asking me to scavenge, I must say no. However, if they do have gifts or they need help, I can accept those. And number 3, I have to take in any extra survivors that appear during the run. This just adds a little extra flavour and difficulty for the challenge. Now, how are we going to set this up? After a bit of thinking, I decided to go with Marin and Catcher. Marin will be able to build everything at slightly lower costs when resources are going to be at a premium in this game. And Catcher, because then she can trade with the Trader to get more resources than any other character. It just makes sense. All of the other settings will be on the easiest, 20 days, etc, etc. The question is this possible, not can I produce miracles? Anyway, without further ado, let's kick off into the run. So, as soon as we kicked off, I sent the pair to clear out as much of the house as we could. I knew that we needed to have all the materials gathered as quickly as possible so we knew what we had. With the first few vital resources, I made Marin build a metal workshop and then a crowbar. This meant that we would be able to trade away any lockpicks we found. And with Catcher whacking open all of the locks, I used some more resources to start building up defences. No way am I letting the raiders steal the few things I do have. Today we finished off gathering all the stuff in the house, and as it turned out, we had a pretty good haul. Bandages, meds, a bit of food, some diamonds, a knife, and even a broken pistol with a few bullets. This may actually go alright after all. The one thing that we were running low on though was wood and components, and parts. My plan was to build something that we could use to make items to sell, but to do that I would need more materials. Thankfully, the trader came today. I made 2 trades, the first being 2 of my diamonds for all his scrap and some pieces of wood, and the second involved trading away my bandages for food, so we could have our first meal. I also picked up a couple of extra weapon parts for the future surprise. I used my new materials to build an oven, and also build barricade number 2. Day 4 was relatively slow, given we used all of our new materials yesterday, but that's fine though, as we got our first non-trader visit. Blago's brother was shot, and he needed help. Catcher to the rescue. Catcher's back and very tired. Unfortunately, we have no bed. Fortunately, good old Franco's back with his trades. Wood, components and food, please. Say goodbye to Mr. Crowbar, he served us well. Bed up and running, Catcher can now sleep. I am so thankful for the barricades. Raiders came today for the first time, and Marin got injured, but only slightly. Thankfully, we have a new bed for him to rest in and recover, and nothing else to do while away the day. Another day, another trade. Thankfully, Franco brought some actual parts this time, which meant we could upgrade our metal workshop and unleash our surprise. We had to give away some of our bullets and sugar, but it's a small price to pay. We also traded away our knife for wood. We were about to get something better anyway. Fast forward to 1 PM, and Catcher is happily chopping away at anything wood in the house with our new hatchet. Unfortunately, we are both very hungry today, and we are a little bit low on food. And to make matters worse, a new friend arrives at the door. Amelia joins the team. Now we have 3 mouths to feed. Thankfully, Amelia starts with a full belly. As if by clockwork, Franco arrives at the door. I think it's about time to give away those stashed meds. Those, plus a large chunk of our fuel and wood from our chopping spree, gave us 5 meals worth of food, a fair trade by any means. Decided to get up everyone to normal hunger, should hopefully help us in the long run. Today we had another knock at the door. This time, a different neighbour needed help. Catcher went off to board up the windows. Hopefully Amelia can cope with looking after a slightly ill Marin. With Marin better, we decided to get back to building. Unfortunately, we don't have enough materials for a food trap. So, moonshine still it is. Hopefully Franco likes booze. Next on the list is a water collector. Can't have booze without water. A day late, Franco arrives with lots of parts and some extra sugar. We're running low on tradable goods though, so it's time to offload the hatchet and the remaining bullets. We also give away our electric parts and some fuel, but we have more food. Our items are getting a little tight. Day 12 down and finally a water collector is built. Unlucky for some, the entire group is hungry today. And we don't have enough water to cook a meal. Just. The first load of alcohol is looking like a mistake now. Looks like only one person's going to eat today. I choose Katya, as she needs to keep bargaining. But only 1 week left. Marin and Amelia are starving. Everyone is sad. I knew this challenge would be tricky, but I wasn't expecting it to be this tricky. Unfortunately, there's no way of me getting any more food until the trader arrives, cutting it very, very fine. Marin and Amelia are really on death's door. Supplies are running low, and now Katya is very hungry. Some astute trading will be needed today to get us back on track. Trade 1 gives us components and more water, as well as a single weapon part. Katya then keeps Franco busy trading away the booze, while Amelia uses said part to fix the broken pistol from the start. Once that pistol is done, we go straight to Marco, and in return we get more food and fuel. We can finally cook. No one is dying on my watch. After trading away bits and pieces yesterday, I'm down to not a lot. 2 raw food, 2 components, 4 water, and 2 fuel is all that's left in the bag. Glad there's only 4 days left. In a slight change of fortunes though, our neighbour is back. This time Katya heads out to help her defend her and her daughter. Much needed morale boost late in the game. God bless our neighbour. In thanking us for helping her, she gave us 10 whole bullets. Admittedly, Marin and Amelia are starving again, but that's fine. We now have something to trade for food. Unfortunately, we have to wait a day for Franco to arrive, but in the meantime, our water collector is done, and Marin can have dinner. Amelia is depressed today, which kind of broke the ability I thought she had, to be honest. But nothing we can't fix with a bit of chatting. Okay, maybe she'll stay depressed for now. Anyway, Franco arrives and we've got 10 bullets to trade away. In return, we get 4 raw food, 4 water, and a component. I use that component to make another filter for more water, and then send the trader away, forgetting that I'm out of fuel. Looks like a raw meat banquet tonight, guys. At least no one is starving going into day 19. Day 19, and our bag is almost empty. Simply 1 raw food and 11 water. Looks like we're going to need to ride this one out. Time to try and talk to Amelia to help her depression. Franco's not coming back. Marin is starving and depressed. And also, Amelia is starving and depressed. Katya is very hungry. But all of that doesn't matter. It's day 20. I let Amelia eat up the last food, leaving me with 11 water as my sole possession. I click end day, and the war is over. So, there you have it. Can you beat this war of mine without scavenging once? The answer is yes, if you are very, very, very lucky. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you come up with any other ideas for challenges I can complete in this war of mine, just let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, hope you guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Ta-ra!